Hi. Now that I'm awake and out, I can tell you the story of how I use Disguise D3 in TV. My goal is to arrange the whole system in such a way that I can control what will be displayed on the LED screen. So let's begin. First, the main devices I will be using are Disguise D3 Solo, MagniMage 780H, Nova Star MCT-RL 4K card. In addition, I will also need a UPS in order to provide the whole set with a stable power supply, a monitor, an Ethernet switch, a converter that will convert my DVI signal into SDI, a mouse, a keyboard, and a laptop on which I have Designer and Nova LCT software installed. And of course, a lot of different types of cables. The first thing I do is wire power to all the devices. I start with something easy to warm up. Next, I take on the GUI from D3. This is a DisplayPort output that will give me access to the software's graphical interface. So I plug in a DP-DP cable between the GUI output from the D3 and the MagniMage processor. From the DVI-1A output of this processor, I output a DVI-DVI cable to the monitor, while from the DVI-1B output I output a DVI-DVI cable to the converter, and from the converter, I send the signal of my monitor to the control room via an SDI cable. I do this because I want to keep an eye on exactly what captured signals are reaching my machine. In turn, I plug the signal coming from the control room into the MagniMage processor into the first SDI input, and then from the DVI-2A output, I use a DVI HDMI cable to go out to the first input of my capture card in D3. After that I can get on with sending the signal to my LED screen. So I'm going out with a DP-DP cable from the first D3 output to the MCT-RL 4K card. It will be programmed so that the first 5 Ethernet outputs will be responsible for the main signals while outputs 10 through 14 will be responsible for the backup signal. Finally, I am networking everything so that I can manage from the control room, using Designer, with both my machine and the settings of the sending card. A completely different topic is the matter of configuration, that is, how we program the server, how we set everything up in Nova LCT, how we configure the MagniMage processor, and our network. If you want to learn more, visit broadcastwizard.tech, and for more such material, subscribe to our channel. You can also visit me on social media or support on Indiegogo. I'll leave all the links in the description. And here you have the whole wiring diagram.